Hey y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. We are live right here in downtown Knoxville. We've got 2 acts on the show today. Coming up in the second half of the show, we've got the Shade Trees. But right now, give a big welcome to Meredith Rounsley.
Long days and cold sheets, I know 'cause you told me. I worry sometimes that you make yourself lonely. Kind eyes, warm smiles, but you change direction. And I wonder who you think you're protecting. Stop trying to play it tough. You're not gonna mess it up. You've gotta trust yourself enough to let somebody love you, love you. Let somebody love you, love you. One way to know that it's real. Don't be afraid of the feeling. Let somebody love you, love you. God knows there's no shame in a heart kept unbroken. But if you're gonna let a good thing in, gotta leave the door open. Ooh. So stop trying to play it tough. You're not gonna mess it up. You gotta trust yourself enough to let somebody love you, love you. Let somebody love you, love you. One way to know that it's real. Don't be afraid of the feeling. Let somebody love you, love you. Ooh, 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 yeah. So stop trying to play it tough. You're not gonna mess it up. You gotta trust yourself enough to let somebody love you, love you. Let somebody love you, love you, yeah. One way to know that it's real. Don't be afraid of the feeling. Let somebody love you, love you. Let somebody love you, love you. Let somebody love you, love you.
Thank you, Knoxville. How are we doing? It's a pleasure to spend some time with you. It's my first time playing a show in Knoxville at all. So thank you for coming out on your Saturday. I've been told that some of you have wandered over from the farmer's market, which I'm jealous of. I saw a cat on a leash this morning on their way to the farmer's market. I was like, that is the life that I want. To just be like saddled up and ready to go, and then I get fresh fruit. That sounds perfect to me. Well, I am here from Nashville, and I'll be playing a show in town tonight, but I wanted to stop in and play some songs for you guys this morning. And I want to tell you a little bit about this next one I'm about to play. I don't know if you all can tell by the amount of moisturizer that I use, but my generation is not allowed to meet people the old-fashioned way. We have to use like our telephone and stuff, and it's really annoying. But my parents met the way you're supposed to, which is in a bar in the 80s. And it just worked out that way. And my mom used to wear a set of fake wedding rings on her hand when she went out to bars so men would leave her alone. And this particular night, my mom was out celebrating with the girls, and this man comes over to her table and looks down at her hand and goes, "Oh, are you engaged?" And she's like, "I don't know why, but I told him no." And he said, "Do you want to be?" And they were engaged 2 weeks later, and they've been married for like 38 years or something crazy like that. So this is a song about wanting what your parents have. This is called 1985.
That feels familiar when it says my name. I want a smile that spreads a flush of red across my face. Drop the lie that being alone forever suits me fine. I want to feel the way my mama did in 1985. And I want 86 and 87 broken cars, a small town wedding with you. Every day, you know I mean it when I say I do. Oh, you know I do. And I wanna race to beat my little sister to the phone, wrap the cord around my fingers in the kitchen door. Wanna hear you say you love me through a landline. I wanna feel the way my mama did in 1985. I want 86 and 87 broken cars, a small town wedding with you. I remind you every day, you know I mean it when I say I do. Oh, you know I do. 'Cause I want a throwback kind of love. Where one look was enough. 'Cause I want 86 and 87 broken cars, a small town wedding with you. I'll remind you every day, you know I mean it when I say I do. Oh, you know I do. And I want the faded family photo hanging on my wall. I wanna smell you cooking breakfast for me down the hall. Wanna look back on a chance I took and know I was right. I wanna feel the way my mama did in 1985. 1985.
Thank you.
That's Meredith Rounsley on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to Knoxville.
Thank you very much.
Your first time playing in town, and you're just embarking on a tour right now, and we are your first stop, right?
I am. I'm on a tour. You're my first stop. They always say, like, well, they do say save the best for last, but I'd save the best for first in this tour. I was trying to wrap it around, and my brain was like, you're about to say something wrong. Don't do that. This is live. No, I'm very excited to be here. Thank you all for having me.
Yeah. And you're playing again in Knoxville this evening.
I am, yes.
And you're playing somewhere where I'd heard of before as a recording studio, but didn't know they were having live music. And it sounds like they're starting to do that. It's called Pink Moon. And that show's at 7:30, right?
Yes.
So you're playing with a couple other folks. Tell us a little bit more about that show tonight.
I am. I'm playing a writer's round with two local Knoxville artists named Cam Monroe and Grady Milligan. And Pink Moon has been incredibly generous to start opening up shows for local singer-songwriters. And I just happened to be able to sneak onto the bill as a not local. So I'm very excited about it. It's going to be in the round style, which is a little bit of a Nashville style, and all of us will be telling stories and singing songs in kind of like an intimate space, which is really cool. I'm very excited. It's one of my favorite types of shows to play.
Yeah, and you can get tickets at the door, I understand. So if anybody's interested in that show, I didn't have any trouble just Googling Paper Moon in Knoxville and finding out where all that is. So you can check that out. And so beginning a tour that's going to lead you kind of back to your original home. So tell us a little bit about the trajectory of all of that.
Yeah, I'm from the eastern shore of Maryland, which is, anytime I say I'm from Maryland, people are like, Baltimore, D.C., and I'm like, no, cows, chickens, Delaware. Like, I'm from that side of Maryland, so I'll be starting here and then working my way through Raleigh, Richmond, back to Maryland, and then down to Atlanta, and then home again to Nashville. So I get a mini vacation somewhere in the middle and see family, which is very nice. I'll take it.
That is nice. That's a good way to do it. So how did you find yourself in Nashville in the first place?
I started just like every other musician. I was playing local shows in my hometown and my hometown area, and I decided that I wanted to learn how to write music with other people. I was doing okay on my own, but I knew I could get better. And I ended up in a writing camp in Nashville where they throw strangers in one room and they're like, make something. It feels very much like a kindergarten class. And I got into that writing camp and I had so much fun. But I was like, this is the next step. This is where I want to go next. So I moved there in 2018 and that's been home since then.
Well, great. Well, let's back up just a little bit.
Sure.
Tell us kind of how you started playing music. How did you start writing songs? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I begged my mom for a guitar when I was like 12 or 13, and my mom loves a good bargain, a good deal, a good quid pro quo. And I was bad at math, so she was like, "Okay, if you keep your room clean and get an A in math, I will buy you a guitar, so that you can sing your songs and live your life." I was like, okay, cool. And then my grandpa got excited and bought me a guitar on the side and just surprised me with it and didn't tell her. And I ended up with a dirty room and a D in math, but I did have a guitar. So I think she might be a little salty to this day with him, but what can you do? It's turned out okay.
Well, very good. You've put out some music. You got an EP that you're kind of touring right now, and you have some available over at the merch table in physical form. They're also out in the streaming world.
Yes.
And all of that kind of thing. What's the CD? The CD has or the EP rather has an interesting name. Tell us that and kind of where that came from.
Yeah, the EP that I put out in November of last year is called Soft Animals, Strong Chemicals, and I'll be playing that song on the show today, so I'm really excited to tell you a little bit more about where that came from. But my favorite thing about having a title like that is you get to be funny. So if you look over there, the t-shirts have like a soft animal, which is a raccoon, but he is holding a pill bottle for his strong chemicals. So if you want a raccoon talking piece, you can certainly leave with one of those today.
All right, well, very good. Well, let's get back to some more music.
Great.
All right.
Thanks so much. Speaking of strong chemicals, I went and visited some friends on the West Coast a few years ago, and they put something in a brownie and then gave it to me, and suddenly the sun was making fun patterns, and I didn't know it. And the record that I've been telling you about that I wrote about growing in and out of new coping mechanisms and figuring out how to deal. So I wrote this when I came back. Don't tell the federal government. They're not listening. It's okay. This is called Something New. I took mushrooms in L.A. Even got drunk in the last row of a plane. It's the only way I feel something these days. Open bottles till I'm bored. Cultivate some other vice I can't afford. Chasing every little high till I want more. Oh my God, what do I have to do to feel something new when I'm sober? Every time that I think I find that I wake up hungover, I'd do anything I have
kaleidoscope eyes. It's getting hard because the pills don't let me cry. Craving color, but I'm stuck in black and white. Oh my God, what do I have to do to feel something new when I'm sober? Every time that I think I find that I wake up hungover, I do anything I have to feel something new. Something new, something new, something new. And I bet I look cool with my lit cigarette. Get what I want, and I want what I get. I bet I look fun with a drink in my hand, shooting the with some internet man. It's all glitter and sequins, rinsed and repeated. So used to the buzz now that I barely feel it. Don't know what I need yet. Oh my God, what do I have to do to feel something new when I'm sober? Every time that I think I find that I wake up hungover. Oh my God, what do I have to do to feel something new when I'm sober? Every time that I think I find that I wake up hungover, I do anything I have to feel something new. Something new, something new, something new. To feel something new. Something new, something new, something new. To feel something new. Thank you. Well, like I was telling Sean, I put out an EP in November of 2023, and I did call it Soft Animals, Strong Chemicals, and now I get to tell you why. I am a slight overachiever. I'm the type of kid that you put in an AP class and like let them run around and hope for the best. And so during the pandemic, when the whole world shut down and we were like, oh, we get 2 weeks to ourselves to do whatever we want, I was like, great, I can fix everything. Indistinct. I can fix everything about my life, no problem. And I don't know if anyone else tried that. It didn't work. And I had a little mental breakdown instead, which is very cute. It concerned everybody, which is great. But I think so many people went through this incredible renewing process of, okay, what do I believe now? How do I live now? How do I operate now? That everything I believe about how the world is going to take care of me or work has kind of broken down a bit. And in the middle of that, I found this poem by Mary Oliver called Wild Geese. And in it, she says, you don't have to be good, and you don't have to drag yourself on your hands and knees across the desert repenting. You just have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. So this is called Soft Animals, Strong Chemicals. I hope you like it. The first time I got drunk, I was well past 21. No one taught me how to do it, so I blacked out in the front room on my own. On my own. Dirty dive bars, skipped the line. Neon lights, salt shot line. Tried to cut the pain by fractions, but the cheap distractions fool me every time. chasing down a dream that someone sold me. No one ever told me we're just soft animals and strong chemicals. The first time I got high, I was almost 29. Booked a hotel room in Denver, made a hot box in the bathroom, ordered Thai. Laughed all through the night. Spent a decade on the run, numb the memories one by one. Turns out you can't erase them, gotta face them just like everybody does. Just like everybody does. Oh, I gave away the pieces of the old me, chasing all the dreams that someone sold me. No one ever told me we're just soft animals and strong chemicals. Try everything, try anything, try everything for the pain, trying. Oh, I gave away the pieces of the old me, chasing down a dream that someone sold me. No one ever told me we're just soft animals and strong chemicals. Soft animals and strong chemicals.
Thank you. Well, it has been a pleasure spending time with you all this morning. Thank you so much for having me. I've got one more song left. I know. And I haven't tried this in a radio set before, but do you think, perchance, Knoxville, that I could convince you to sing with me loud enough that the radio can hear you? Yeah? Murmured maybes. Okay, great. Cool. So I wrote this song with my friend Kate Kelly, who is an incredible writer in Nashville, and we wrote it over Zoom during the pandemic. I retreated to Maryland for a few months. I was like, there is wide open space and no neighbors for miles, so I can just hang out. And I got on a call with her, and I said, man, I really wish I felt better or stronger or a little bit more steady. And she said, that's it. That's the song. So we wrote this song called Steady, and it came out in July of last year and has had a beautiful life, and I think it means more to me every time that I play it. So I want to teach you guys the chorus. It's super easy. It's the word steady over and over. And then either sing it very loud or quietly to yourself, whatever brings you joy. I will not twist your arm. Not before 5 p.m. You guys are already out during the sunshine hours. But it goes like this. It goes steady, steady. And then that's the whole song. Steady, steady. Ooh, you guys actually sound beautiful. Okay, be louder so they can hear you. Steady, steady. Nice. Steady, steady. It's beautiful, Knoxville. Floating over my own body, I'm watching myself change my mind. Always looking for directions,
myself to start connecting, to put my 2 feet on the floor, to feel all my emotions instead of trying to hold them in, 'cause I can't do that anymore. All the rushing, trying to get out, full speed into a breakdown. Steady, steady, I wanna be steady, steady, like the rise of the sun out of the dark air in the lungs, beat in my heart. Steady, steady, and I think I'm starting to figure out, I think I'm starting to figure out, I think I'm starting to figure it out. I think I'm starting to figure out, I think I'm starting to figure out, I think I'm starting to figure it out.
Will you help me out one last time, Knoxville? Yeah? Okay, great.
Steady, steady, yeah. Oh, how to be steady, steady, like a rise of the sun out of the dark air in the lungs, beating my heart. Steady, steady, oh, how to be steady, steady, I wanna be steady, steady.
Thank you so much, Knoxville. Thanks for singing along with me. And there's more to come.
That's Meredith Rounsley on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. You can keep up with her music at meredithrounsley.com. That's ROUNSLEY, meredithrounsley.com. You can also go find some of her merch over at the merch table there. We're going to take a second to switch over the stage. While we do that, I want to tell you that the WDVX Blue Plate Special is presented by Barley's Taproom and Pizzeria on Jackson Avenue in Knoxville's Old City, home of the Big Plate on Fridays. Coming up this Friday, we've got Gunning and Comer on the Big Plate. Additional support comes from Visit Knoxville and the Senior Financial Group, your neighborhood Medicare partner. For more than 30 years, Senior Financial Group has been on a mission to make Medicare more affordable. Information and assistance is available at sfgmedicare.com and 865-777-0153. We've got a bunch of other great Blue Plates coming up next week. On Monday, we've got Josh Merritt with Kirby Lyle. On Tuesday, Cigar Box Serenaders. Wednesday brings us Hain Ka, along with Sonia Disappear Fear. And on Thursday, we've got Carrie Morrison, along with Jay Gavin. Again, Friday, we'll be down at Barley's for the Big Plate with Gunner and Comer. We'll be right back here next Saturday with Grant Langston. And we got a lot of music happening next weekend. We have First Friday Live right here inside Visit Knoxville at 6 p.m. It's a free show with host Daniel Fluitt. Our special guest will be Josh Oliver. Also, next Saturday, we have Kid Stuff Live, which is another show that I host. And we'll have Kofi Mawuko will be joining us. That's 10 a.m. Free show again right here in downtown Knoxville. Big Bring the Kids. It's kind of like a Blue Plate special for families at 10 a.m. We got lots more live music coming up. On June 12th, we've got the WDVX Summer Nights at Yeehaw Brewing, 7 p.m. These are free radio shows, again, hosted at this time by WDVX's own Alex Leach. And coming up on June 12th, we've got John R. Miller and the Larry Keel Experience. On July 10th, we've got Poe Ramblin' Boys and Wyatt Ellis. August 14th, we'll have Martha Spencer's Wonderland Country Band along with 5 Mile Road, all part of the Crooked Road's 20th anniversary. And I think we're about ready for some more live music right here. I got the thumbs up from Johnny. Looks like the band is ready on the stage. So y'all make welcome the Shade Trees.
Yeah, get it. Thank you.
That was a tune that Seth wrote called Lookout March, and it's named after the mountain we live on, Lookout Mountain, Georgia.
That's right.
All right, it's a full-time job just keeping these instruments in tune, so thank y'all for bearing with us.
How's everybody doing today? Awesome.
Ready?
Broke down truck, I crawled out of Nashville on broken down luck. Following the rust, the hams and the seams, she's painted the color of broken down dreams. Rust in the raceways, thin as a dime. My 58 Apache gets to work on time, singing hallelujah, hallelujah, baby. Hallelujah, she's rolling on home, singing
The TV papers are standing in line to be the first to sell the story of the end of town. Got peeling paint on the doors and the sides and all the passing colors of Oklahoma skies. I see to my heart and see to my dreams, and I tell it to their busies and their biggest city scenes. Hallelujah, hallelujah, baby. Hallelujah, she's rolling on home singing. Hallelujah, hallelujah, baby. Hallelujah, standing all alone. Oh, it's just a hundreds of colors I'm told, and it's easy to be blind by all the treasures we hold. Get up to the mountain, I get up high, and I take a look around before it all passes by. I see to my heart, and I see to my dreams, and I tell it to their cities and their biggest city scenes, singing hallelujah, hallelujah, baby. Hallelujah, she's rolling on home singing. Hallelujah, hallelujah, baby. Hallelujah, standing all alone. 400,000 miles, broke down truck. I crawled out of Nashville on broken nail up, following the rust at the hems and the seams. She's painted the color of broken down dreams. Rust in the raceways, thin as a dime. My 58 Apache gets to work on time. This 1958 heart rings true, and it's hard to tell the color, but it's always been blue. Hallelujah, hallelujah, baby. Hallelujah, she's rolling on home. Hallelujah, hallelujah, baby. Hallelujah, standing all alone. Hallelujah, standing all alone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's the Shade Trees on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Well, welcome to the show. It's your first time here as well, all right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we're very happy to have you all. You're living down in Chattanooga, but
Very
you're
close, yeah.
Yeah,
very
pretty close to here. But you're from down in Georgia, both of you. And how did you all start playing music together?
That's a good question. We met in a music store, of all places. And Seth was working at the music store. It's a music store in Noonan, Georgia called Noonan Music Center. I think they're out of business now. But I was teaching instrument lessons in the back room of the store, and I needed some merch for a gig one day, and he was selling it, and we just kind of started picking and grinning from there.
That was it. All right, great. And how long you all been doing this?
For I'd say about 5 years now.
About 5 years. Very good. And you both have a background playing, bluegrass music, other styles of music as well, going back to your family. So let's talk about that a little. Why don't each of you share your story a little bit? Why don't we start with Seth? Tell us a little bit about your story.
I started playing music with my dad, who's actually in the crowd today, with a lot of more of my family is in the crowd as well. I'm very happy about that. But I started playing music with him, just going to random Monday night, Tuesday night jam sessions with a bunch of older guys who played bluegrass music, and one of the guys in the group decided to help me out some, and I started to do private lessons with a company based out of Noonan. And then later on, I moved to Nashville and lived there for about 4 years, and kind of realized that that I needed to understand more of my theory as far as music goes, because there's a lot of amazing players up there. And from there, I moved back to Atlanta and went to the Atlanta Institute of Music for a couple of years. And since then, we've been kind of conglomerating throughout that entire time, and kind of just starting to curate this set list. And now we're starting to get out more and play music more together as a duo.
All right, great, yeah. And Jessica, your story starts in somewhat similarly, playing music with your dad.
Very much the same way, yeah. Well, it's kind of funny to note that both of our dads are mandolin players, like bluegrass mandolin players, and I thought that was pretty cool. But I grew up going to a picking barn. It's called the Music Barn in Williamson, Georgia. I grew up going there every Friday and Saturday night, and we would stay out there until 3 a.m., nothing but metal chairs around, and I'd pull up 2 metal chairs when I got tired, and we were just going there for years. And there were some kids that would come around and play, and then they kind of stopped coming around, and so I was forced to, do something different, and there was only music there, something to do. And so I asked my dad if he would buy me a violin, a fiddle, and he did, and I just kind of took it off from there. I went to music school for my undergraduate degree at Wesleyan College, and then I attended Berklee College of Music at their Valencia, Spain campus, and got a master's degree there in music, and and just been teaching and playing music ever since.
And so you teach several instruments, most of the stringed instruments, and you have a new business as well. So tell folks about that.
Yeah, so I've got a music studio, and I run it out of my home in Lookout Mountain, Georgia. I'm teaching students there, but I'm also teaching virtual lessons. If you or anybody that may be interested, I'm happy to do that. It's just a FaceTime call, and we do the lesson, and that's pretty much it. So yeah.
And you call it Lookout Mountain Music School,
I call it
right?
Lookout Mountain Music School. If you're interested in that, just search it on Facebook, and it'll come right up. So.
And same with the band, Shady Trees. You can find you all mostly on Facebook.
Mostly
these
Facebook,
days.
yeah. And we've got all of our songs are on YouTube and SoundCloud. We're working on broadening our reach.
On getting it out there more.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great. Well, let's get some more right now.
Yeah, sure. All right, this is going to be kind of funky. This is
our heavy metal tune. Prepare yourself.
All right, here we go. had it all. Oh, had it all. Had it all. Had it all. Had it all. Oh, she had it all.
Thank you.
All right, let's do a song that you wrote.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Well, actually, we've already done a song that you wrote, but I want to hear you sing. Oh. I'm sure they want to hear you sing more too.
You sure you want to hear me sing? Okay. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
This is an original tune I wrote back a few years back called Must Be Nice.
All right.
Well, I've worked a million jobs before I hit the road. There's many ways to earn a dime, I guess mine's the show. If there's one thing I see today, is people don't know how to dig a ditch or post a fence or hold on to the plow. It seems the ideal is to sit and peck away, stare at the fancy screen and see the bills get paid. Or maybe I'm just jealous, it's never been my luck. It must be nice to sit around and earn another buck. If I could,
If he could,
then I would
then he would
sit down for a while. But this road is my work and I'll earn another mile. Some walk the Ivy League and eat with silver spoons, while here I am singing the working man blues. But where is the passion, the strife in songs today? I guess if I had a name, I'd sing and play the same. I get so blue at the thought of dreams fading away. I'm still out here sweating tears, trying to get paid. So here I go once again to a hard-labored life. It's a long, dark tunnel, but I can see the light. If I could,
if he could,
then I would
then he would
sit down for a while. But this road is my work and I'll earn another mile. Get it? If I could,
if he could,
then I would
then he would
sit down for a while. But this road is my work and I'll earn another mile.
That's the Shade Trees on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're going to get one more song from them, but before we do, let's have another big hand for our first act, Meredith Rounsley. And I want to remind you that she's playing tonight here in town at Pink Moon at 7:30, and you can go visit her and find out more about that over at the merch table. Go visit these folks who are on the stage over there as well. You can keep up with them on Facebook and find out how you can listen to their music right there. So yeah, y'all stick around and make these folks feel welcome here in Knoxville. Thank you all who are listening out there in Radio Land and watching on YouTube and Facebook. Let's get one more song.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being an amazing host.
Well, thank you all for being here. Seeking what life would behold, I bid
stories that father had told. I miss the old time sitting by the fireside when darkness would steal of the lake. Long days gone by and my memory still lingers. Now I'm going back to my old home again. Get it? Each night I have missed my meeting by my bedside, praying I'd always go straight. When I get back, his smile will be missing. He won't be there to welcome me home at the gate. I'm going back to see the old home. I'm going back today. I'm going back to see the old folks. It's been many years since I drifted away. Thank you so much.
Thank
We're
you.
the Shade Trees.
That's the Shade Trees live right here in downtown Knoxville. Hope you'll join us next time for more real live music on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. But right now, I'm going to send it back into the studio.